Alright, welcome to part 2 of me sharing my collection of vintage, we'll call them vintage, but 1980s box sets, retail box sets we'll call them. So I shared with you an album of them in the last video, and I'm going to share with you a second album that again I picked up at a now closed card shop about 5 years ago. When I saw the albums, I looked through them and I asked the guy how much he wanted for them, and we actually agreed on a price, and that price was $15 an album. So I only paid $15 for this album, and I only paid $15 for the album in video 1. So moving on, this is another collection of box sets, and we will move right to the chase here. Okay, so this is the KB Toys. If you guys remember KB Toys, I showed you in the first video we had Toys R Us, so of course we got to have KB. So hopefully the retro time machine, you guys can hop in there with me and go through these cards with me. So here are the KB Kings of Baseball. Let's see what year we can figure these out to be. Looks like 1990. So Darrell Evans, Carlton Fisk, Tony Gwynn, Dwight Evans. These are in alphabetical order, it appears. There's Keith Hernandez as an Indian. That was about his last year. Jack Morris, Tim Raines, so Owen Ryan. So this looks like the 1989 Fleer Baseball Superstars. Again, it looks like they're alphabetically, starting with Roberto Alomar. We've got Gary Carter. And these are double-sided. Tony Gwynn. Anley Schmidt. So there's a now defunct store, Woolworths. If you guys remember Woolworths way back in the day, I remember going to Woolworths with my mom shopping. So they had their box set as well. See if I can figure out what year this is. I'm just curious. Looks like 1989. So, how cool. Oh, there's a Randy Johnson as an Expo. Look at that. That's an oddball Randy Johnson rookie that a lot of people probably don't know exist, unless you're a really hardcore Randy Johnson collector. But 1989, that's cool. There's another Toys R Us set. It's got Roberto Alomar in it, so I'd say circa, what, 88? 89? Chris Sabo, former Rookie of the Year. Here's the 89 Baseball MVP set from Fleer. And I'm guessing I'm going with team MVPs because some of these guys never won an MVP in their life. Like Mike Marshall, for example. So I'm guessing each team had an MVP. This set I forgot about till I saw it in here before I started filming, but do you guys remember those sets that used to come with books? Like you go to Walmart and they come in like a clamshell container. And I know I have some in my room somewhere stored away, but you would get this set and it looks like it's about roughly 100 cards-ish. Yeah, 100 cards. And it'd be the 100... rising stars or whatever. And this looks like it, and it came with a book detailing and talking about the players. And there's another Randy Johnson oddball rookie as an Expo. So if you're a Randy Johnson collector, this definitely was a good buy. And a lot of these guys were never will be's, or never were or never will be, but getting a guy like Randy Johnson, there's a Dave Justice. Obviously we know he was pretty big. but some of these guys I don't even know. So moving on from that set, that looks like that was what, 1988, 89? And here is the Superstars version of that. So they had the Rising Stars, then they also would have the Superstar set. So this would be the version you would get. You would get this 100 cards, then you get this booklet, you know, almost like a picture book or a yearbook with these players all featured in there, which is pretty cool. I'm going to have to dig those out, and maybe I'll share those with you sometime. So I'm just going to kind of skip through these, but these are all the stars of the era. Darryl Strawberry, Sandberg, you know, on down the list. So comment below if you guys remember those. Those booklet sets and the clamshells. Got a lot of them here. There's some Magic Motion cards randomly shoved in here. Here is a 1989 Heroes of Baseball box set. These are pretty cool design, actually. They're basic, but they're kind of, I like them. And here is the 1988 Baseball All-Stars. And they did a repo set of those, I remember, like in the early 2000s. Fleer came out, Fleer Tradition or whatever, with that design. And the same deal, these are all, you know, Superstar, McGuire, caliber guys. And these box sets usually all featured 33 cards, and you got some of these sticker doohickeys in the back as well. But they typically were all 33 cards, but some were a little bigger, like this one looks like it was 43. So this is the next one. That's a 40. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to correct myself. A lot of them were 40 plus cards. This one has 44. And this is 88 Fleer record setters. So again, this is Major League Baseball League Leaders. Doesn't say what year, but we'll just guess probably 88. 88. Yep. It says 88 on the checklist up there. And the checklist is basically the guy took the box and cut it in half. You can see that. It's basically they just cut the box apart and put it in the album. Just give me 1 second to put that away, which is kind of helpful. And you know, this is one of those things that I wouldn't have done this with my box sets, but somebody else did. And this is a great thing to just pull out and shoot me back to the 8, 9, 10-year-old self that I used to be, you know, looking at these. I mean, I just love these. 1988 Baseball's Hottest Stars. Looks like we only got one more set left. You know, this is, like I said, all the stars from that era. And this is Baseball's Exciting Stars. I would never want to break these sets up because I'm a completionist. You know, I don't like taking stuff out of sets and trying to replace them. You know, so all right. So that's the end of it. You can see the dust up here. That's how long these have been sitting on my shelf in my room. They collected dust. How bad is that? But in closing, I mean, this was a heck of a find for me. I really enjoyed, you know, picking these up. You know, the card shop was located in Missouri. Like I said, it's no longer there. It was, you know, kind of a place that I only got to about once a year. And I was just about 3-4 months ago, I went past there and it was gone. Like completely out of business. Wasn't a thing in there. It was an empty storefront basically. But not to reflect too much on that, but in closing, I hope you enjoyed the video. These sets are very sentimental to me. That's why I keep that album. That's why I bought that album. You know, because this brings me back to my childhood. And I hope by me sharing these with you, you know, that you also go back to your childhood and remember, yeah, I remember buying those. I remember being a kid and begging my mom to just buy me a pack of cards. Because I mean, going into the store, you know, you used to be able to, you know, buy a pack of cards for 25 cents, you know, then upper decks were $1 or whatever. But 1987, 88, you know, in that era, you could buy a pack of cards for 25 cents and try to get your favorite players, or for like $2 or $3, you could buy this set and you would stand in the store looking at, oh, well, who's in this set? Oh man, let's see. Okay, well, my favorite player is Will Clark, as I've shared. So Will Clark wouldn't be in this set. So I'd be like, oh, well, you know, I don't want that one, but maybe instead I'll get this one instead. You know, is he in this one? No, he's not in that one either. Crap, where's my Will Clark? You know, and here it is. Finally, this last set, you know, this one has Will Clark right there, number 8. Then I'd go take this over to my mom, say, hey mom, will you buy it? It's only $2. I mean, I know that's more than buying a pack of cards, but look, you know, and I probably even open them up right there in the store and said, Mom, look at all these guys that you get. I mean, this is awesome. There's my favorite player, Will Clark, right there. Come on, Mom, come on. It's only $2. It's only $3. Come on, can you get it? Then usually I break her down and do it. You know, well, you're not getting any allowance this week if I buy you that set. So I have these sets laying around. Probably the ones that I bought when I was a kid are just completely mutilated because, I mean, they're already opened. I mean, you go home and you open them up like a deck of cards and you're, you know, basically wanting to play with them right away, so they're probably all bent and messed up. But, you know, this is this actually, you can see the resale price on that, and I didn't pay that for it, $10. But this actually has my Will Clark in there too, you know. So, you know, this is I think there's a Barry Bonds in there too. Yeah, there's a Barry Bonds rookie in this one. Let's see. Yep, there's the Barry Bonds right there. Very highly sought after card. Sorry, I'm a little off center there. But I've seen graded issues of that. You know, there's the Will Clark, same picture, the 86 tops traded. So, you know, again, I'm a completionist. I don't like breaking my sets open unless I absolutely have to. But, you know, this is kind of a cool retro video that I wanted to throw out there for some collectors. You know, if you didn't get to see part 1, definitely check that out. I'll link it up here at the corner. But I look forward to hearing your comments, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like content like this and me sharing my collection, just let me know. I mean, if you guys think I'm wasting your time shooting videos like this and I should focus a different way with my collection, then I'll do that as well. But, you know, and I guess the views are what tell me what you guys like. I mean, I try to have so many different types of videos that I'm trying to hit everybody. You know, I mean, there's some people that might like vintage stuff. There's some people that might like, you know, junk ball era stuff. I'm not really into the new stuff. Obviously, you guys know that from my channel. Obviously, I do my TTM Thursday videos for the autograph, you know, collectors. You know, the flea market finds in Antique Mall, you know, just the random sports stuff that I come up with. I think there's people that enjoy seeing that. But I also want to kind of open up a little bit more to the YouTube community and kind of show off, I guess you would say, some of the stuff that I've been hoarding for many years. I mean, I've had these sets for a decade or more. I mean, at least. I picked these up for, you know, pennies on the dollar. I mean, I'd pay like $1 a box on these, which is an awesome deal. And if you like collecting this stuff, you know, give me a holler. I have a lot of this stuff in my collection that I have duplicates. I mean, like this set here, I bet I have like 6 or 7 of these if I look hard enough. And, you know, I'd like to downsize my collection because you only got room for so much, you know. But Not looking to sell anything, but if you guys want to trade or something like that, give me a holler. You know, always happy to help out a fellow collector. We'll work out a trade, and I'll trade you the set for something, you know, that you might have a Will Clark or something. But all right, well, thanks for viewing, everybody. Check out part 1 if you get a chance. I look forward to your comments. I'm sorry I rambled a little bit there at the end, but definitely I look forward to seeing what you guys got to say about this, and that'll help determine future content on this channel. So thanks for your time. Enjoy, and see you next time.